He seems familiar. What did he say his name was?
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the fans' hobby, GALVA-TYRANNO. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front. Here we have GALVA-TYRANNO. His name is GALVA-TYRANNO, MB17A, Master Builder, multi-modes, things and stuff and things. On this side, GALVA-TYRANNO. On this side, GALVA-TYRANNO. On top, GALVA-TYRANNO. Mini Robot Transformer. GALVA-TYRANNO. On the bottom, hey look, GALVA-TYRANNO. On the back of the box, we have all of our obligatory product shots. He does this, that, thing, stuff, and all the others. And that's basically it for the packaging. Also included, we have the collector's card with a nice image there of GALVA-TYRANNO. And on the back, you have tech specs if that interests you. Hooray for cards. Then, moving right along, here we have GALVA-TYRANNO. And first and foremost, I just want to say a big thank you to the good people at Fans Hobby for sending this my way to take a look at. Thank you so much. But yeah, this is GALVA-TYRANNO, and this is Fans Hobby's take on Armada Galvatron, and this is a recolor of their Armada Megs. And here he is in his tank mode. He is packed in tank mode, and a lovely tank mode in my opinion. But we're getting close here, so we can take a look at the details. You have that nice gunmetal gray there for the barrel. And you can see the nice Galvatron coloration going throughout. We got some bits of gold in there. We do have visible horn syndrome. I mean, you have to see a specialist about that in some cases, but you know, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. You can see some of that nice gunmetal gray. We also get some spots of silver as well. Get some nice detail right up here on the top of the turrets. Your grays, your silvers. Overall, a good looking mold in my opinion. You have the nice rubber treads there, and there is the top, there is the bottom. He does roll, the treads do roll as treads are supposed to roll, and I love that very much. He does some good tanking, the way tanks should. Hooray, hooray for tanking. And for comparison, here it is with their Armada Megatron. As you can see, the only difference here is just in the coloration, but still two nice big beefy tanks, so there you go. Now, articulation wise in tank mode, it's the same as the previous incarnation of this mold. The cannon can move up and down, the turret can rotate, all of that good stuff. And of course you have all of the same gimmicks that the original version of this mold had. You have the little cannon emplacement here. You have the ramp, the little grabby claw. On this side you have the little section here that can, you know, grab and hold a mini-con hostage. On this side you have the little mini-con launcher here. Woo, things and stuff. And back here, this back section can open up so you can take your mini-cons and drive them all up in Galvatron's buttocks, because why not? Dare I say why not? And of course you have multiple mini-con ports here that you can flip out and plug your mini-cons onto if you want to, because hey, things and stuff you can do, Armada. And you also have the missile launcher that you can deploy, and to do so you just bring this section back and that will flip out. And you do have firing missiles. You get 4 of them. You have 2 that are already installed, and you have 2 more spares, and you just push this button here and voila, they will fly and get lost somewhere. I found one. Where's the other one? I don't know. I'll find it eventually, hopefully, probably not. And we also have a seat here for Leader 1. You have a little handle that you can flip out. And just take Leader 1 and sit him down. And you can now man the cannons. And speaking of Leader 1, we'll take a quick look at him. And he is just a recolor of their original version here. You can see, just little guy. He's a little guy. And to transform him, very simple. Woo, we'll give him that spin first. Gotta give him the spin first. But first, we just untap the arms from the legs, flip the legs down, flip those cannons up. You can just kind of bring these sections back. He's got elbows, and he knows how to use them. Take this section here, bring it back. You can rotate his head around if you don't want the visible head syndrome. And there is little Leader 1, and he's just a precious little guy. You can see a nice yellow there on the visor. Some nice coloration. Over. Nice little dude here. Head can rotate. The arms can rotate. They can move in and out. Some. You can rotate at this joint. Then you can rotate the entire thing if you need to. He's got elbows. He does have an ab crunch. Legs can go, guess what? Forward. They can go back. Outward. Not too much. Knee. Not too much. And that is pretty much it right there. And for comparison, here he is with the original version of their mold. And again, the only difference is just in the coloration, but there you go. And one more gimmick to talk about here in Galvatron's tank mode is the Light Up Gimmick. Now the lights are in the cannon here. You can just pop this section open, and you have this little screw cover here. Undo that screw, this whole section will pop off, and it takes 2 LR44s, which are not included. You'll have to get those yourself. You can get them fairly cheap on Amazon or wherever you like to buy your batteries. That just clips right in, and just like the original, you have this little crank back here, and when you rotate it, the lights will turn on and off. Just pretty cool. You get your pew, bloosh, 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 bloosh. Just automatic blooshing. I love it. I love some good automatic blooshing. So that is basically it for the tank mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? It's rubber treads. You can't do it. You just can't spin it. But let's get on with transformation. So as you may have already guessed, the transformation is exactly the same as their Megatron. Now we're going to take the turret and just pop it up. Then we're just going to shift it on that double hinge there. Shift it off to the side and get that out of the way. Then we're going to take these side panels here and just kind of untab them. Just get them freed up for the next step. Like that. And we're going to open up this front section here. Just bring those panels out. These panels will kind of undo themselves by default. And then you just want to take these tread sections here, bring them up. They're on double hinge as well. So just kind of shift all of that up. You're going to take this panel, bring it up. There's a little panel here on the side. You're going to flip in, collapse that down, push this panel in, like so. And then come here to the other side and just angle this up. You have this little panel here. You're going to raise up, and again, just angle that up so you're not colliding with anything. Bring that down and flip that back. You're going to collapse the treads in. To do that, you have a little switch right here. Pull that forward. You can collapse that up like so. And you got that side all done. We're going to do the same thing on the other. And there are both sides done. So now let's move on to the back section here. So again, let's just get our turret out of the way. We're going to start off with the feet. So take this section, bring it up, rotate it around. You can bring this down. You have a little panel here you're going to take and bring all the way around. Bring his toesies up. And then you're going to take this panel here, flip that up and over. Bring this up and over. Collapse that down like so. And we're just going to split the legs here. I'm going to bring this leg out. Just bring it down like 2 clicks just to straighten it all out. And what we're going to do here is untab this panel here. And you can see there's actually some nice sticker detailing for the inside there, which is quite nice. But you're going to fold this in. That'll just tab in right there, then flip that up, flip that down. There you have a leg all done. And second verse, guess what? Just like the first. And there we have both legs done, and that is just an awkward situation there with the hands there and everything. But just bring the legs down, and now he has great strength of feet. And now moving on to this side, we're just going to untab his forearms here. You just kind of plug into his butt there. We're going to take the shoulder pads, just slide those out, then slide the entire shoulder assembly out. Swing that back, and it'll just clip in right there. Do the same thing here. Just slide that shoulder pad out, slide out the entire shoulder, and then bring that back, clip it into place. And then you're just going to take these little panels here on the sides, bring them out, slide this down, bring this down, And make sure the chest is shifted back there. And that reveals his beautiful face. And now to get everything straightened out here, we're just going to rotate his arms at the biceps, and then we can just kind of close up his hands here, just using that hinge. Bring that down like so, and then we're going to take these panels, untab them, and bring them down to make the hip skirt. Once we've done that, we can now rotate the waist 180, and hooray for crotches that are facing the right way. And a couple more things to do here. You just want to shift this section up and slide it in. And there's a little notch that'll catch in there. That will allow you to get the cannon, bring it up under his arm. You want to take the shoulder pads here and just rock them back so they're sitting as much on his shoulders as they can. And there you go. There you have GALVA-TYRANNO in his robot mode. And it's Armada Galvatron, and it looks good. It looks just as good as the Armada Megs, and yeah, I dig it. I definitely dig it. But let's get in close here. Hey, watch, you can put somebody's eye out with that thing. Let's move on up here so we can take a look at that noggin. There's the noggin. You can see nice face sculpt there. He's just kind of laughing, just ha! You know. But some nice gold. And a nice gunmetal gray. You got a metallic red there for the eyes. And some nice Galvatron-y coloration throughout the body. Again, you got that gold, that silver. Some bits of gray in there as well. Again, be careful. You'll put somebody's eye out with that thing. You shoot your eye out, kid. Again, you got the gunmetal gray going down the sides here. These big old silver toesies. And move up the back. I mean, he has the backpack he's supposed to have. It is accurate, but all in all, a nicely done figure here. Now, articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you have all kinds of wiggly waggly. Can look up, can look down a little bit. Head can do a full 360. Arms can rotate. Of course, the shoulder pads will get in the way to about that point. You can get his arms up pretty far, you know, far back, outward, get out that far. You got bicep rotation, you have a double jointed elbow, so you have a nice full range of movement there. As far as the wrists, you have wrist rotation. You have posable fingers. The thumb is just on a ball joint at the base, and each finger is individually articulated with just a hinge at the base and a hinge right here. You do have waist rotation. You do get an ab crunch as well. Sorry, getting the camera with that. It's ab crunch. You can move these panels out of the way. Legs can't go forward that far. Back about that far. Outward. You can do the full splits and some extra for transformation. Come on. Yeah. You got thigh rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. I love this section here that gets revealed and just fills in that gap. As far as the feet, they can move up, they can move down a little bit. You got ankle tiltage, and you have rotation, and you do have a toe joint that moves downward if you need it to. You can even move all this down if you need it as well. Now, as far as Leader 1 goes, you can turn into a weapon for Galvatron here. You just straighten out his arms. You want to turn his head around because you definitely don't want the visible head syndrome here. Flip this up, and you have little tabs that will go into little slots right here in his legs. So just plug it in, 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 plug it in. There we go. And just flip out the barrels. You got a handle right back here, and voila, Leader 1 is now a blaster. And you can slide the blaster into Galvatron's hand using that rail system, which I absolutely love. You can have that going on, so you can... Really, dude? Really? Really? How dare you interrupt my pew-pew, bang-bang, pew-pew, bang-bang, pew-pew, bang-bang, as if this wasn't enough. But if that's still not enough, guess what? You got blades. That's right, you got the little silver blades here. And he knows how to use them. He will cut you. And if you want, you do have this little handle here that Galvatron can hold, and this whole section can rotate. And you can just have him holding that because, you know, that looks cool. Why not? Dare I say why not? And you can totally do the turret's belly gimmick if you want to by just bringing this down. You gotta slide this back out and shift this downward. take the chest, bring it up, and then just rotate the chest 180. Again, make sure the turret itself is out of the way. Bring that around, and then rotate the waist 180. You're going to make sure this chest section here is slid forward. You can just close this back up, and then this will just shift right up. Use those hinges at your disposal right there. Bring his arms back down. Bring this turret forward. And there you go. There you have the turret belly. Hooray, hooray for turret bellies. And we do have noggin options, of course. We do have a second set of horns here. I'll just remove one just to show you what it looks like. But they just tab right in. You can line things up, which I cannot. There we go. Tab right in. There we go. So depending on what kind of horns you like, you have those options. And as always, horn options are good. And you do have an alternate mouth here, so if you don't want him laughing, you can just have a serious face, and that just tabs right in. Things you can do if you want to do it. Now his head does have a light up feature as well, but for the life of me, I can't get his head taken apart. He's supposed to, number one, he's supposed to have 2 screws in the back of his head. There are no screws here, and despite there being no screws in his head, I still can't get his head apart for anything. Like, this is, it's stuck. It is just stuck. I can't pop it off. I can't get it apart. You know, you're supposed to just kind of take off the ears here, and there, I mean, the split's there, and it seems like that should just split, but it doesn't, want to come apart no matter what I do. I've tried to pry and everything, and the head just doesn't want to come apart. But there is a battery compartment in there, and it takes 2 LR521 batteries, which again are not included. You'll have to get those yourself. But once you take the head apart, you also want to swap out the eyes, because you have the painted eyes, and that's no good for light coming through, so they give you some transparent eyes to put in his head. And then there's a button on top of his head. You push that and the eyes will glow, as glowing things should. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with Fans Hobby's Armada Prime. And for the record, Fans Hobby did send me a brand new Armada Prime, since this one was falling apart. Again, thank you so much. So now I'm going to use this one for videos, because I can beat this one up and not care. But there you have that. And here he is with their Armada Megatron. And again, they're the exact same figure. The only difference is just in the coloration, but still looks very good. So there you go. So there you have GALVA-TYRANNO, and yeah, there's not much new to say that I haven't said about the original version of this mold. Very well done, solid figure, lots of gimmicks, lots of playability here. Looks good, feels good, good quality. The only issue I have with my copy is just I couldn't get his head apart so I could put the batteries in it. But of course, you know, it could just be my copy. As always, your mileage may vary. But as I always say, the world needs more Galvatron. And now we have some more Galvatron. So I'm happy. So there you go. Now you can get this and any other Fans Hobby figures from BigBadToyStore.com. As always, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Fans Hobby GALVA-TYRANNO, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Alright, Megatron. Oh, seriously? What's going on here? What, you think a change of color palette's gonna keep me from whipping your butt? Ah, you fool! I'm not Megatron, I'm Galvatron! So you think a change of color palette and a name change is gonna keep me from whipping your butt? Well, yeah, I'm like way more evil and stuff. Go home, Megatron. You're drunk on burritos. I am drunk on unlimited power! With a side of burritos.